Namaste, angels. I just spent almost an hour, I think, or just about an hour, talking largely from memory about King Osiris, the birthday boy over there in the frame. So now I'm just going to go straight to the general reading, the cards and the dice, beginning with 29. It's 50-50. And massage. Do check out, you know, the prelude to the general reading that I did, particularly those of you who enjoy my more teaching type videos and who sometimes feel lost and confused about why all this is happening and what, you know, your purpose in the scheme of it is, you know, as a, maybe not necessarily as an individual, what your specific job is, but, you know, as a cog in the whole mechanics of it, like why. I hope, you know, to have answered some of those questions and to explain connections and correlations between, well, in this video, for example, Jesus, Isa, Horus or Heru, Malcolm, the Prophet Muhammad, and of course, King Osiris. So I hope I did that and that you enjoy and perhaps learn something. So the dice say, buy shoes. I just ordered shoes earlier today, but they weren't even for me. I ordered shoes for my daughter because I got, some of you may have gotten it too. I got the 30% off Coach by invitation only coupon and I had to use it already. Isn't it a shame? Yeah, email. But my daughter needed to, we had a huge storm here yesterday. Day before yesterday. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Today's 17th. It was the 15th, which equaled 19. Man, I tell you, balls of hail came down like this. My daughter's school has no principal. Don't ask. They fired the principal a month into school. It's crazy. So I had like it wasn't an emergency meeting. This one was planned, but this one was planned as a result of the emergency meeting that we had before and still trying to get an interim principal in there. But it was the day of that storm. So I contacted them before I left, of course, to see if it was still on because the superintendent was coming in and everything. And they said, nope, she hasn't canceled. She's coming. And I said, okay, I'll be there. So I went. I keep my car indoors in an indoor garage. It took, you know, a minute. I ran into Dunkin' Donuts for a coffee, came back out. My car was covered in snow already, just for like leaving it in front of the school for a minute. Went into the meeting. I actually went to 2 meetings. So I was in there from like 5:15 until like 8 o'clock. And of course, by the time I came out, everything was gross, but it was like still snowing. I went to, you know, fast forward, I get home. But not inside. I'm trying to come into the garage. So I rolled down my window so that I can like swipe my garage key. You know, it's just like a pass key. You tap the thing and it's like beep and the what do you call it comes up. The gate comes up. The second that it took me, the brief moment it took me to roll down my window, stick my arm out the door to swipe that key, huge balls of hail started coming down. I said, what in the book of Revelations is going on here? I mean, it was like something I hadn't seen before, you know, like really something out of the books, out of the prophecies. I got my butt inside. I don't even know why I remember. Oh, so the reason I started talking about that was because last year, my daughter basically went without snow boots. But it's happened already so early in the year that it was a reminder, like, you got to get this child some boots. So I bought shoes. Long story short. So buy shoes. Weekend away. And what was the first one? It's 50-50? Or email? Email, right. All right, so going to the cards. I'm beginning with the Queen of Fire, who's confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself in search of independence and your creativity. This Queen of Fire might be a Sagittarius. The Sun enters Sagittarius this week. Could be a Leo still, or an Aries as well. Of course, what's located in Aries? Something's in Aries. It's not Chiron. That's in Pisces. Mars. Oh my goodness. The red planet is in Aries. How could I forget? Is it Mars? Yes. No, Mars is in Pisces too. What the heck is in Aries? Well, I'll remember as I go along. It'll come to me. Uranus. That's what's in Aries. It's definitely Uranus. Uranus, which had been in Taurus for a long time and is going to be in Taurus. It'll go back because it's going to stay there for a period of around 8 years total. Temporarily last week left Taurus and went into Aries, where it is also retrograde. I was stuck for a second, but that's exactly what it is. You know what it is? Mars, which is the ruler of Aries, was in Aquarius, which Uranus rules. And so it's like they traded places. That's why I was thinking about Mars for a second. In any case, this Queen of Fire could be any one of those. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It could be Mars himself. Could be Jupiter as well. Could be Chiron. Hell, what the hell? Could be Chiron. Could be representation of the divine feminine. Could be the masculine's energy too, but in the tarot, of course, the Queen of Fire is the divine feminine. And opening to the Nine of Fire, which is an energy of perseverance, tells us to keep on going. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Queen of Fire. And the Six of Earth, all about unconditional love. Big representation of Venus for me. You got all her elements here, the signs that she rules. Here goes, of course, Libra, very obvious, the scales of balance or justice. And then here's all her Earth, that is Taurus, of course. And there's like some like scattered air and looks very confused and bipolar. That air back there, of course, that's Gemini. The Six of Earth for me is about unconditional love. Queen of Fire. And Major Arcana card 13, or release in this deck, which is death in the traditional tarot. The end of a phase or situation. Spiritual transformation. It's time to move on. Major Arcana card death represents the sign of Scorpio, where the sun currently is and will be for the first 4 or 5 days, right? This reading begins on the 18th. So 18, 19, 20, 21, maybe 22, depending upon what kind of zodiac, you look at. Some might say that Scorpio goes through the 21st. Some might say through the 22nd. Certainly by the 23rd, when the Gemini full moon appears, Scorpio will be gone and Sagittarius will be upon us. And some cuspians. Happy birthday to all celebrating this week. Nine of Water. Your wish comes true. Oh, maybe like you're wishing on the candles, blowing out the candles. Concerns fade away. You have a love of life. Come on. Come on. Queen of Fire. I'm going to go ahead and cut. Mercury retrograde began on the 16th, which was yesterday, and it too is in Sagittarius. I didn't mention that. I'm back to release or death after all that shuffling and stuff. Overall energy is the King of Fire. Motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision. Be a leader. Take advice from someone creative. The King of Fire is a representation perhaps of the divine masculine in the tarot. Can also be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or Jupiter, or Mars, or Chiron, or any of those, just like the Queen. Card of the masculine, it is Major Arcana card renewal or judgment, which also represents the sign of Scorpio for me. Judgment, all about, well, not being judgmental first and foremost, and as a general energy of yourself or other people. like being too hard on yourself, guilt feelings, all that kind of stuff. You got to let it go. As it relates to abundance, finance, career, and just money and material and stuff, and even ascension. Yeah, it means promotion, elevation, bonus, raise, abundance on its way. And for relationships, we got to come together and decide what we're doing. Like, where do we go from here, if anywhere? For some people, it is the end of the road when you see judgment. For others, they will be renewed, just like the title on this card indicates. And judgment has a particular energy as it relates to soulmate relationships, especially if I see it with other cards. It's like, this is the real deal. And I don't think I usually say that when I pull judgment. If it came out today, maybe we're about to see something else that would allude to that as well. Masculine is surrounded by, okay, this could be it, at least the beginnings of it. The Queen of Water, tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. The Queen of Water is a Scorpio, perhaps like judgment, Cancer, or Pisces, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Neptune, which rules Pisces, goes direct this week. I talk about that in that prelude to the general too. At the root, Major Arcana card 5, Unity, or the High Priest to some call it the High Priest, the Hierophant to many others. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Well, with Judgment and the Queen of Water, this can absolutely be about commitment, marriage, engagement, renewal, reconciliation, especially in the midst of the retrogrades, bumping into people you haven't seen in a while, karmic. So, well, when I say karmic soulmate, I don't mean it as in a derogatory term. I mean, as in of the universe destined, a soulmate relationship, a divine union, a twin flame. Absolutely could be that. The Unity or the Hierophant also has to do with whom and what and where we surround ourselves. So if you're making adjustments to that, I think Judgment is going to come into play, and you're going to put, these are people you care about. If the Queen of Water is showing up, there's going to be emotion involved there when you're deciding, I no longer align or resonate with this person. I absolutely align and resonate with this person. I want to make up with them. I want to reconcile and move forward with them. Crowning, the feminine. The King of Earth, generous, professional, responsible, and practical. A successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered. You have the Midas touch. The King of Earth is a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, which it mirrors here. Unity or the Hierophant represents the sign of Taurus, is mirroring it. And when this card shows up, it means abundance is on its way to you, just like what the masculine got with Judgment. Well, not just like it. Judgment is stronger as a Major Arcana card, but similarly, there's abundance on its way to the feminine with the King of Earth having shown up. And this can actually be an actual person in your life. It's as a court card, and they might be the facilitator of this abundance, arriving in your life. They may be, the boss that hires you, or the creditor that hooks you up, with the loan or whatever. Surrounding the feminine. More abundance. Major Arcana card, the Empress, with Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel comes up in some of the stuff that I talk about today too. Because the visitation of Mary, or the presentation, of Mary. So when she was a child, a baby, and her parents presented her to the church, and to the world. Gabriel was involved there. And Gabriel was involved with the Prophet Muhammad and his revelations. The Prophet Muhammad's birthday being celebrated this week, so I also mentioned that. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. And this one is mirroring the Queen of Water, who is also particularly nurturing. Remember, we saw here, care for yourself and others. This is nurture yourself and others. So the feminine and the masculine, again, mirroring a very similar energy. in more than one instance here already. The Empress may have something to do, I mean, this is a general reading, and may have something to do with us as a parent, as a mother. It may have to do with us needing to nurture ourselves, spend some time catering to ourselves or to other people, our children, our mates, maybe even our parents. Perhaps friends, like helping to cheer friends up and stuff. It is a good time to work on getting pregnant, a good week on getting pregnant if we want to do that. Some of us may already be pregnant, and maybe this is the week you go into labor. Yeah. Also, for feeling particularly attractive and confident and just ready, you know, to face the world. And that may be due to the fact that Venus, which the Empress represents, on the same day that Mercury went retrograde, Venus, also in retrograde, went direct in Libra, which she rules. And this card, the Empress, represents that. It represents the planet Venus and the signs that she rules. So Libra, certainly, Taurus, and again, also Gemini. It is a 3, too, so it may have something to do with some sort of third-party energy, or that 3 could be representative of mother, creator, creativity, creation. The Empress also, yes, can be very creative, fertile with ideas, coming up with new ways to become abundant, to help ourselves to become abundant, too. Feminine subconscious is Major Arcana card, the 9 of 5. I mean, Major Arcana card. I don't know why I said that. Let's see what that may be connected to in a moment. It is mirroring Major Arcana card Judgment, but this is a Minor Arcana card. It is the 9 of Fire. Not to minimize it. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Didn't I just do all that talking about creating and creation as it relates to the Empress? And now this shows up underneath it. Very interesting. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Some of us finding out that we're pregnant and maybe wondering, like, am I ready for this? Can I handle this? 9 of Fire says, go ahead. You know, you want that child. You want that child. Don't worry about whether you be able to be a successful mother. Universe supporting you, and you've got it. Yeah, go ahead and have it. And you'll like have the wherewithal, the resources that you need to do it too. Not saying you won't, you know, have ups and downs like every parent does, but the universe has got your back on it. Same thing for if it's not an actual baby, if you're giving birth to, you know, a new business or something this week, feminine, and feeling like, oh, like what did I get myself into? I don't know if I can handle this. The universe is saying, yes, you can. Crowning. The King of Water. We got a couple here. Not necessarily a water sign couple, but of course that is quite possible. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, perhaps both of them. And maybe particularly Scorpio, with Judgment sitting here, which also represents Scorpio. And is a 2, right? It's Major Arcana card 20, or so it's a 2. And 2 is definitely about partnership, in addition to other things like faith and relationships in general. The King of Earth is trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice. Also charity work. Charity work, in my opinion, is love. So, someone comes back into your life. Again, they may be a direct water sign. If they are not, they are another sign, maybe Earth, maybe specifically Taurus, with the Empress here, the King of Earth here, and the Hierophant here. Maybe specifically Taurus, but of course any sign is possible. But if they're not a water sign, and so that's not why they would have these traits. They have them because they genuinely have a place in their heart for you. Like, I'm not saying they're overall, you know, the most awesome person in the world, although they may be, but as far as like the love, that's genuine, that's real. And like I was saying before, like if certain cards that I see show up in connection to Judgment, If they come, you know, with that judgment, I can tell you it's a real, like, divine union. So I would say somebody that gets back together or that meets somebody new this week in a romantic way, or you know, something that tugs on your heartstrings, like maybe like a BFF you haven't seen in a long time, and you guys see each other again. Maybe y'all had stopped speaking on purpose or whatever, but they're coming back to you, or you coming back to them saying, you know, I'm sorry, I want to try to move forward together and be friends again or whatever. It's genuine. It's real. It's not bogus. At the root, the Queen of Fire is also back. Confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. It's what I was just saying about the feminine. Don't underestimate yourself. Whether you're, you know, just fertile with ideas or fertile with a child, you can handle it. Assert your independence and creativity. At the heart of the matter. Ooh, at least it's over. The 10 of Air, the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Someone may even be recovering from an addiction. So that could be like what caused these people to stop speaking. Whatever is behind this 10 of Air. It may have been betrayal. It could be addiction. Or anything toxic or codependent. I'm going to further clarify these tarot cards with these tarot cards, beginning with the Ace of Winter. Implementation of your brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you to refine your plan and to reshape your goals into something even better. The Ace of Winter or Swords shows up when we're triumphing over like our inability to move forward before. You know, we were trying to get a new start. It wasn't happening. It wasn't working. But after a difficult time, after a trying time, here we come. Now we're getting it. And that means we're on top. We win. That's what the Ace of Winter means when it shows up. However, we're still afraid here if the Nine of Winter is showing up. There's still worrying. There's still fear. There's still sleepless nights. And then some people just have like anxiety and or insomnia too. Some people just need to go to bed, period. Your worries and fears aren't real. They're fueled by focusing on the negative, which gives power to that of which you're afraid. Stop worrying. Let go of the fear and everything will be okay. But that's probably connected to this because things had been going badly. And so, you know, naturally, unfortunately, we expect things to continue to go badly. Like, oh, nothing goes right for me. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, you know, that sort of thing. The universe is saying not to do that. Expect things to get better. Embrace the change. So it wants us to consciously decide to be happy and to be positive. Ace of Winter and the Ace of Autumn. Very nice. You can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or an investment. Ace of Winter and another King of Earth. Compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and grounded. Everything's going to turn out great. Projects will be stunningly successful. Exciting new career opportunities are possible, and money or resources that come your way will be wisely invested. King of Autumn, as I said before, is a Capricorn, Virgo, or maybe specifically a Taurus. Ace of Winter. And Major Arcana card 9, the Hermit. Take time for contemplation, to retreat and to go within. Be a beacon for others on their path of spiritual enlightenment too. The Hermit is all about, yes, enlightenment. spiritual enlightenment, spirituality in general, going within, introspection. And when we do go within, it's because we need to figure something out. We're trying to learn something, but the subject about which we're trying to learn is us, right? So we're like both the teacher and the student. That's the purpose of going in. Sometimes it can have to do also with coming to revelations, which we may continue to do, even if we typically had not done so. Like over the past month or two, we've been having different kinds of dreams, more lucid, more clear, more different types of visions. We're seeing more syncs, more signs. That was Neptune retrograde. But Neptune, which rules the sign of Pisces, faces direct this week. And so that will slow down for those who weren't, already naturally strong in their psychic awareness and or abilities. That's going to slow down. But in the meantime, yeah, you may have been seeing all kinds of things, coming up with new ideas. Ace of Winter. This is our third ace. It's the Ace of Summer. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience and for you. It may be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth of a current relationship, or awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. Or it could be the birth of a child too, or pregnancy again. Doesn't say that there, but absolutely. Ace of Winter, I'll do one more. It is Major Arcana card number 8, Justice, which represents Venus yet again. Fair and the sign of Libra, which she rules. Fair decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of a disagreement. That's super air signy, right? To look at all the perspectives. Justice. And that brings us to Major Arcana card number 10, the Wheel, which represents the planet Jupiter and the sign of Sagittarius, which it rules, where the sun will be toward the end of the week here. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. This wheel is also connected to Scorpio, though, however, as a fixed sign, as well as Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Overall energy is, yet again, the Ace of Summer. Brand new, beautiful beginnings this week. I'm just going to move these a little bit over. I think we can be more in frame and have a better view if I do this. I think so. Yep. Whoa. That one tried to like attack me. Okay, a top judgment is the Nine of Spring. So now we have the Nine of Spring mirroring the Nine of Spring here. You've worked hard and what you've created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry. You'll get through them just as you have in the past. So like I said, this could be connected to work, to abundance that you have earned. So don't give up on this. If somebody owes you something, your job owes you some sort of raise or bonus or something like, or some other way you could have earned some sort of payment or, you know, like you put the work into it. Don't let somebody rip you off. Okay, if there's something into which you put your energy and your work and it has earned you some sort of accolade or compensation, don't just let it go by the wayside and let, whoever's responsible to pay you essentially get out of it. Masculine. Atop the Queen of Water is the Queen of Autumn. You will be given advice that's both practical and creative, and it should be followed precisely. Focus only upon the positive in every situation or person. The Queen of Autumn is a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Could be the facilitator of some abundance that is coming to you that's going to make you extremely happy. It could be something, a job or something that you fall completely in love with. A top major arcana card, the Hierophant, or which represents again the sign of Taurus, is the Two of Spring. Your vision, creativity, and dedication to your cause have brought you great success. In fact, it may be in your best interest to get a partner to assist you in your endeavors or to expand the number of people helping you. This can be some sort of business situation, job, partnership. You're being made partner at the firm or whatever. All of those are possible. This Hierophant can be about signing some sort of important contracts, important papers in association with your business, or absolutely it can be about love, especially with the Queen of Water sitting here right on top of the Two of Spring, which is the Divine Union card of the Tarot, or the Twin Flame card of the Tarot. Crowning the feminine atop the King of Earth is the Princess of Spring. Energetic, outgoing, optimistic, and creative. Creative opportunities that you feel passionate about are fluttering your way, and they're going to be lucrative. Even if they too have something to do with relationships or partnership, it is going to be a worthwhile and very valuable relationship for you and to you. Personal growth and broadened horizons will spark fresh and original ideas. So the sun entering Sagittarius could be what brings this to you. Really could come up anytime this week. There's also, I think, an opposition involving Jupiter the same day as the moon and the full moon in Gemini, which is the 23rd. But again, since the energy of Jupiter and the wheel and the tarot is connected to the other fixed signs, I think all this stuff can happen even before the sun enters Sagittarius through the energy of Taurus, Scorpio, Leo in association with Jupiter as well, and Aquarius too. Surrounding the feminine, atop the Empress is the Queen of Spring. Talented, brilliant, independent, and charming is she. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. So this is another push to the feminine, I am woman, hear me roar. You can handle whatever comes your way this week, no matter how intense, difficult, overwhelming it may appear at first. The universe is giving us reminder after reminder here of who we are and what our strengths are, and the fact that you can handle it. Atop this Nine of Fire that says, you can persevere, don't give up, is the Magician. So whatever you need in order to do that, and whatever you need to keep pushing and to defend yourself or to make things happen in your life, you can do that too. There is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. Everything. So go for it. The Magician tends to represent the sign of Gemini for me, but also I attach it also to the other mutable signs. So that would be Sagittarius, Pisces, and Virgo. Atop the King of Water is the 10 of Autumn. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and to have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. So yeah, this is about maybe being surrounded by family, perhaps on Thanksgiving. I didn't talk about Thanksgiving, but that's this week too. It's Thursday, the 22nd. The 22nd, master number 22 or 1111. Which this year will be an 8. That day is an 8. Could be that. Surrounded by family, feeling secure, feeling happy, you know, love and emotion and support. But not in a overly watery sense. Because remember, the King of Water is somebody who has emotions and not afraid to admit that he has them and to show them, but they're otherwise in check, you know. So it's just feeling good about life, at least in the moment. At least in the moment. Maybe somebody, that's why somebody's seeing their mother, perhaps. Mom is visiting or something. Or you're going to visit mom, maybe. Or it's your first Thanksgiving, maybe as a mom. And so, again, that's something you can do. You're like worrying about making the dinner for the whole family or something. It's the first time it's at your house or whatever, you'll be fine. At the root, atop the other Queen of Fire, we got the Queen of Fire crossing the Queen of Fire here. But atop the first one that had been here is Major Arcana card Strength, which represents the sign of Leo. This could be her. This could be her strength. But you don't have to be a Leo. You don't have to be a fire sign at all. This shows up to tell anyone who receives it that, again, you can face whatever comes your way. You can handle it. True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage to face whatever it is you have to face and handle it. A lot of 2s here today too. The 2, well, strength is Major Arcana card 11 or 2. Sitting next to it, we have the 2 of Spring or 2 of Wands. We have Major Arcana card Judgment here, which is 20 or 2 or 11 again as well. And here atop the 10 of Air, we got 2 10s sitting one atop the other. Here atop the 10 of Air is the Prince of Spring. So the Knight of Wands, passionate, charismatic, confident, and restless. An opportunity arises that needs your attention right away. Moving quickly is important, yet there's nothing you can't handle if you follow your inner guidance. The Prince of Spring, like the Queen and the other Queen and the Page, is a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. And it's like the Knight in shining armor, Prince Charming even, you know, here to save the day. So this is energy, again, that we can have, for example, as the feminine to help us face whatever it is we have to face in our life, from the smallest thing to the largest thing. We can handle it all. I am woman, hear me roar. Roar like a lion, right? And same thing for the masculine. The masculine also just feeling very abundant, particularly abundant. And we only have that one little concern, which I'm sure that's not going to be felt by everybody, that if somebody tries to get in the way of that abundance that is for you, whether it is abundance, again, of peace of mind, or money, or the material, or, you know, a job or something. It's something that you've earned, a relationship even. Somebody tries to cause some other problem with that. Like, you can handle that too. And don't let it take away this joy. There's a lot of joy surrounding the masculine with the King and Queen of Water, and then the Queen of Autumn, as well as the 10 of Autumn and the 2 of Spring. A lot of positivity surrounding the masculine this week. So just don't let anybody ruin that for you. A little advice from the angel therapy cards, beginning with solar plexus chakra. This may be something you want to work on to keep yourself strong and positive and uplifted. It is safe for you to be powerful. Take charge of your life in positive ways. And opening to Archangel Raphael, the healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. That may be the kind of business some of us are opening. Solar plexus and ear chakras. Notice messages that appear as sounds, music, or words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. Ear chakras. And cut your cords. Ask Archangel Michael to clear away attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. Your chakras. And workshops and seminars. Attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. Your chakras. And it's another release, or like death. Work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. And the overall energy is past life issue. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you to remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. So further advice to the masculine, we're going to begin with the High Priestess. It's another 2 or 11, partnership, relationship, faith. The High Priestess is a Gemini to me, but she can also be a water sign to, you know, many practitioners of the tarot. Listen to your intuition, have patience, and carefully consider what it is you want before acting. Sometimes the High Priestess is like somebody who falls back or pauses and doesn't act at all, until, at least until she has to. Like, she's more observant first. And, you know, she listens, she takes stuff in, things that you may not even, you know, like realize or notice that she caught or think were important for her to retain. She did anyway, you know, not in a like slick kind of way. It's just, she's like a sponge, and she's super wise and smart and intuitive, psychic, and trusts her feelings, pays attention to signs and synchronicities and things. And that's what she's going to do in order to figure out how to move. And that's what you should do as well, masculine, when you are presented with a situation. You know, just check it out. Make an observation, maybe not, you know, definitely don't rush to judgment, as they say. You know, decide how you're going to move before you actually do. For the feminine, from the Angel Tarot, we have our own 2 of Spring, 2 of Wands, 2 of Fire. You've come into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. Speaking of Gemini, for the masculine is also the Prince of Winter. Decisive, focused, driven, and impulsive. Also a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Get ready for progress to speed up. So if something like hasn't been, you know, really moving fast enough for you, or seemingly at all, here it's about to turn up. This situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion, and to make your decisions quickly. That could be coming up, this situation here that I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was I was trying to say, but somebody trying to interrupt or disrupt or cause you to lose something that is due to you, that you earned. And maybe it is somebody, you know, to whom you have some sort of connection, emotional connection. And so you care about them, and or they care about you. but you're going to have to like put that to the side to make a decision that makes sense in order to, you know, like defend whatever this is and yourself here. Logic and intellect over emotion to help you to make your decisions quickly. You could also be awaiting a decision, maybe a judgment, a legal judgment. You know, somebody owes you a settlement or something like that too. So that can be what this card means, is all awaiting a judgment. And that may be why the high priestess shouldn't move as well until you get the information. And when you get the information, then you know what to do. You, again, planning your moves. Very Mercurian, you know, sort of thing that you're doing there. Feminine. From the Animal Tarot. For us, the 8 of Summer. You feel that there's more to life than what you're living. So it's time to move on. You may be moving from a situation that isn't good for you, or perhaps you're being drawn to what would make you happy. Either way, you're in control. And I think we can see that with these double queens of spring that we got, and the strength. We are definitely in control. With the Magician too. We can manifest whatever we want. We're definitely in control and on our way toward what it is that we want and will make us happy. From the Angel Therapy cards to the masculine. If you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention, that means your focus, right, your positive thought, on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. They just taught you how to manifest in that sentence. And feminine, right back to from where we started. For us, it is the solar plexus chakra. It is safe, feminine. Again, how many confirmations did we get of this today? It is safe for you to be powerful and to do that. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the general reading. If you liked the video, please actually like the video. If you're not yet a subscriber, please do subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, especially if you haven't been always getting the notifications, do check to make sure you're still subscribed and that the bell is still checked so that you do get the notification. You're supposed to. Thank you to my sponsors. Thank you to my subscribers also on Patreon and other supporters. I'll be back with love and the moon and a few more client ones. You guys have been getting those client readings, taking my advice. I do appreciate it. I think that you have, you know, realized why it was a good idea and that you guys are appreciating it too. So I'm happy about that. I continue to encourage it, particularly this week around the, you know, that spiritual energy that we have with Mary and the Prophet Muhammad and King Osiris, of course. And also, again, before Neptune goes direct on the 24th, because that's another indication of the veil being at its thinnest while Neptune is in retrograde, and it is causing people all over the world, in conjunction with the other energy that we've been experiencing that I've talked about week after week the past few weeks. It's been causing people to have, lucid dreams and clearer visions and just stronger psychic awareness and abilities that they had than they had before. So while that's available to us, let's take advantage. We only have it through the 24th. So it's a good time, again, to get your readings and healing or whatever else you is, whether it's from me or from somewhere else this week. Namaste, angels.